Hello ladies, this is Stacy with Stacy's Crafty Jam, and I'm coming to you today with our Facebook group, Christians Crafting with Creativity, and I'm so excited to come together today to craft. Let's do some clusters. We have an event called Christmas in July. So excited about that. Christmas in July clusters, and we're going to make some clusters with a Christmas theme. It's so hot here in Texas. That's where I'm at, and we had this event in the middle of the year here for July. That's a Christmas theme, kind of get us in the spirit, build up our stash for Christmas journals and Christmas themed projects. Doing these clusters, clusters are such a versatile embellishment and thing to use for journals. I've used them with my altered glassine bags, the altered pockets, the altered playing cards, I should say. I've made some here with Christmas theme. You can get out your papers from last year that you may have in your stash. What clusters are, if you don't know, are just layers of papers, fabrics, just different assortment of elements that make up. These are just some of the ones I've made that layer and make up a cluster. It's just a real pretty embellishment. Let's just kind of get going on this process. The way I approach clusters is I get my items out, or I get my papers out that I may want to use for a base. I like this Tim Holtz paper. It's a bloom paper, but I'm not going to worry about the back because that's what's going to be covered. But I love this green stripe. I'm going to use that as a base. What I'm going to build my clusters on. Another Tim Holtz paper that I'm going to build on. Another pretty green with some you can hear that elements or the distress on the paper. What I do is I pull out. I've got over here. I've got a bunch of papers and scraps. It's a great way to use up your scraps doing clusters. I've got some different scraps that I've got. I have some pretty glitter paper that I thought would be perfect for the Christmas theme, and different scraps. Pulled out some cheesecloth and laces and different things I want to use. Some words. I'm going to use some postage stamps. I've even got some Christmas postage stamps that are going to be perfect. I have some graphics 45 paper that was the time to flourish, and I pulled that out and pulled out the December page on that in that pack, and fussy cut some things from that. I went to Graphics Fairy. I've never been to Graphics. I've heard about it, but I went to Graphics Fairy and downloaded some images and fussy cut some images from Graphics Fairy. I love vintage. And vintage is just my jam, guys. And I pulled out I downloaded some images from Graphics Fairy, and I'm going to use some of those elements in here as my focal points. I've got some cute little reindeers, and what else do I have? Look at that cute little reindeer, that vintage reindeer. Got some birds that I downloaded from Creative Paper Artisan, this cute little reindeer, and we're just going to get going and do this. Pull out all of your supplies or all of your extras, your scraps. I'm going with a red and green Christmas theme. Blue would be pretty, maybe with snowflakes and snowman, but I'm going to stick with the red and green. I'm going to use this as a cluster. We'll make a couple of them, and you can make clusters big, and I like a torn edge on mine, and I'm gonna make one here. They can be big, they can be small. Round clusters are really neat, but let's just get busy and see what we come up with. Let's just start with this one here. I like to distress my edges. I'm going to use the gathered twigs today from my Tim Holtz distress inks, and to distress my edges. You won't see a lot of the the base of the cluster, but you will see some of it. So I'm going to start with that. Let's see. I think I want to go with maybe some music paper there. I definitely want some glitter effect to this. Again, tearing the edges. Maybe put that off to one side. Put this off to another side. Love that glitter paper. I got that. If you have a Tuesday morning near you, that's where I got my glitter paper. Of course, you can get glitter paper anywhere, but that's just where I had gotten mine. I like to always tell you guys where I get my stuff. And this is some little Christmas paper there. I don't know if I like the bird or the... Oh, I like the poinsettia there. And what else do we have? Just layer the different papers on there. And just kind of go for it. It's just and I don't try... For me, I try not to overthink things. I try to go a little fast, only because I tend to sit here and hem-haw about where I'm going to place this and where I'm going to place that. And I think I want to go with some a lace look to this. Add a lace layer to that. And layer that on there. And then what would be my focal image? I'm liking the way that's looking there. And just see how we want to approach this. Let's see. I think I'll use one of those images there as my focal. And then I have some words that came with the Graphics 45 papers. Let me find I like this fabric. Put that behind there. And then there's my cluster. And so let's just start layering, or gluing down rather, these all of these papers and elements. Just stress this edge here. Love an inked. I'm going to use my Scotch glue. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thank you for joining me. And this swap is a July swap for Christians Crafting with Creativity. A lot of good swaps and challenges for this month. You might want to go check that out. If you're not a member, encourage you to check that out and join us if you will. Have some fun crafting and different events that we have and that we offer. Now I will say the Scotch glue doesn't like to stick to that glitter paper, so I'm going to use my my art glitter on the when I put on top of the glitter paper. And you can glue your clusters, or you can staple your clusters. And a lot of people sew. I can't sew at all. My daughter can sew like a dream. But you can sew your clusters. That is a gorgeous way to do those. I like the I just glue. This is an element that an image that I'd gotten on Sheen. And just put together your clusters and layer your elements on there. And just like I said, I go a little fast on it because I don't want to sit here and overthink things. And generally, I'm very pleased with the way things turn out. Stick her down there. And I love, you can mass make clusters, make a whole bunch at one time and really build up your stash. And I'm gonna use this piece of fabric here as the backing on my, oh well, as everything's sticking to me, as a backing to my word that I have. And this cluster is done. It's that simple, that easy, and that quick, guys. And there you have it. And there is a beautiful layered cluster. I really like the way that turned out. We'll do another one here real quick. We'll do this long one here. Let's see what we come up with. I got this paper here from a download from Creative Paper Artisan. It was a Christmas theme. I want to use some coffee dyed paper. Distress that. Clusters go really quick, and I think I wanna, women's prerogative, change her mind here. And I'm gonna layer her on one side, and then let me get out my music paper here. Maybe I want a nice green. I need a pop of green on there, guys, don't you think? Maybe some pretty glitter. Like that. I'm gonna go with, I like this little texture here, or this design on this. Doing those torn edges. See all of the, I try to do it to where you can see all of the different elements. All of the different elements at the same, at the same time. Maybe I really want some red popping out over there. I'll maybe put her back there. And I think I like that. And then let's look into this house with some cheesecloth. I love cheesecloth. Love that stringy effect of it. We'll cut her off here and have it bunched up in there. And I'm going to maybe set that off to the side. Let me see what else I got. I'm going to maybe get all this out of my way. Maybe look at one of my postage stamps. It's Christmas. Yep. I'd gotten these stamps in a Happy Mail. And I remembered when I was pulling out all my supplies, all of my stuff I wanted to use for these Christmas in July clusters. I'm going to just ink this up. I remembered I had those stamps that were Christmas. I was like, yeah, this will work. And so we need to distress our little elements here. I'm loving the inking personally. That's just my thing. The clusters are so easy and very versatile, you know, in how you can use them. Okay, and I'm just going to start gluing down. Well, I want to distress this. I forgot to do that. And then we'll use our glue. And then clusters are not anything new as far as idea-wise, but they definitely, the theme for being for Christmas is something kind of unique for the July time anyway. And build up the stash for the Christmas journals or whatever you may have going on. I have found that, I told you, the glitter paper doesn't like to use, the stick glue doesn't like to adhere to that. So we're going to use the art glitter. Use the stick glue on this one. But stapling is you put all the elements together, layer them together the way you want them, and then staple them. That is a very easy, fast way to and I like that whole industrial kind of feel that you get when you staple. This is upside down, guys. When you staple, I think that looks really neat and cool. This needs that, like I said, that stick glue doesn't like to stick on that glitter paper. And I'm going to string us out here. Get a little extra strings. Love that look. I'm going to bunch her up. And we'll put down our image, our focal point. There we go. And then our stamp. And I'm going to use a word on this one too. I'll put my word down here. And I think I'm going to use believe. I'd gotten these words in a Happy Mail. I love it when my mailbox sings. Not with the bills, but with the happy stuff. Distress my edge here. Use my art glitter. And she's done that quick. Oh man, that's pretty. And there you have it. We made 2 clusters really fast. I'm going to continue to make clusters. I love this one. Oh, this turned out really nice. These are going to be lovely in a journal. And I'm going to send some of these to my partner in my... I got a mess here, guys. I'm going to send some of these to my partner for the swap. But I wanted to hop on real quick, put these together, show you how easy they are. Encourage you to get going on to get pumped up about the event. So exciting to do the Christmas in July event for the clusters. So many events that we offer in Christians Crafting with Creativity. Pull out your Christmas stuff and get going, get crafting on some really neat ideas for that. I thank you so much for joining. Hit subscribe and the bell and all of that stuff that they like to say. I appreciate your support from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you learn something, maybe a little different technique on how to do the clusters, that you'll get excited about the event. I thank you so much for all of your support and for joining me today. And in your comments, let me know if there's anything that you want to see, any ideas that you might have, and let me know what you're thinking. I thank you again. Give God the glory for everything that He does in my life, for you joining me today, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much.